cards.
We are not playing cards. We are playing gin rummy.
And she stinks at it. We've been doing it for 30 years. She hasn't beaten me once.
Yeah? Tonight's going to be different. Tonight, the 30 years of humiliation ends.
Ooh, I'm so scared. My dentures are chattering. Hi.
Oh, Rose, honey.
Try not to argue with Phil's wife.
We get along okay. Phil's wife has her good points. She's sweet, she's reliable, and when her father gets out of prison, she'll be a wealthy woman. Let's roll, Rose. I'm leaking clam sauce.
We always did our own plumbing on the farm. Of course, we didn't actually get plumbing till I was 18.
Rose, tell me something. How difficult would it be for us to repair that bathroom ourselves?
Well, it wouldn't be difficult at all.
Oh, forget it. Forget it. It's a crazy idea.
You got that right.
Mom, well, I can't worry about that now.
Well, sure you can, honey. I'll help you. Food, clothing, shelter.
Oh, come on, it's not that serious.
Yes, it could be. Rose, you and I are in the same boat. If we miss a couple of paychecks, we are in big trouble.
Thank God I had the foresight to marry money.
Tramp.
I can still manage the alimony payments.
No, that was not my question. I was wondering if possibly we could discuss this maybe tomorrow. You see, I have plans to go out this
Dorothy,
evening.
please. I'm afraid to be alone tonight. My world is crumbling around me. I'm at my wit's end. I don't know what I might do.
Oh, I do. You'll watch an old Barnaby Jones, eat a half-gallon...
Bob.
Stan, are we talking life and death?
The doctors say I'm lucky to be talking at all.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, Rose, honey, do you think you could take my place with Rob?
Bob.
Bob.
I wish I could.
Your kidney?
My kidney.
Why would she need a kidney?
To feed the cat, Rose!
How to get in touch with Morley safer?
I wonder who that could be.
Maybe it's the Count's clarinet player, Henny Goodman.
Angela!
No, Sophia Loren. I stopped using oil of Olay.
Angela!
Yeah. How would you like to star in my video?
Are there any nude love scenes involved? No. Because if it's integral to the plot, I'll be more than happy to do it.
You see, Dorothy, Sophia wants to be in my video. Why won't you?
Dorothy's always been a little camera shy. You'd be, too, if you looked like Fess Parker in heels.
Of service.
All right, but you'll have to wash these dishes.
Honey, those dishes are dirty. Okay, I'll deliver the folder. I guess there's no sacrifice too great for a cause you really believe in. Just hope that big, stupid jerk reimburses me for gas and mileage.
There goes a...
Honey, look at what you're wearing. You can't go like that.
I think the funeral home has someone who handles that branch. But thank you for caring.
I'm talking about our double date. Good grief, this place looks like a hospital ward. Dorothy, don't you know Mike and Larry will be here in a minute?
Blanche, I...
Pull the plug.
Rose Nyland, 43 years and I'd know you anywhere.
Are you... You're not... Could you be...
Buddy Rourke.
Buddy Rourke?
Yeah.
Oh, Blanche, Dorothy, it's Buddy Rourke. Oh, come on in. Buddy, these are my two best friends.
You wait your turn.
It's a postcard from my daughter, Rebecca. Girls, can you believe it? After almost 4 years, my baby's coming to see me. I'm so happy I could cry.
Blanche, you are crying.
Admit it, Rose. You work for Allied Intelligence.
Hollywood tomorrow morning. By tomorrow afternoon, we would all be ready to grab that dough! Grab that dough! Grab that dough!
I'm afraid I just gave those 2 rooms away.
But we had a reservation.
Until 3 a.m., you're late. Therefore, the reservation is null and void. I'm sorry, that's company policy.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm from Sicily. You know what our company policy is? First, I break your knees.
Ma.
Look, forget about the reservation. Just give it.
Yeah, the guy at the shop calls it the Dan Rather model. You think it makes me look more intellectual?
Oh, absolutely. By the way, Stanley, your flyer's open.
Oh, I'm so embarrassed.
Don't worry about it. I hear that Dan rather
3 hours? Reading, writing, and rooster inseminating?
No, we just teach the first 2 R's.
Fine. But you're going to be sending people out into the world who don't know you can get a nasty rooster bite if you don't warm your hands up first.
Girl.
When is the funeral?
Wednesday.
I'll go back to Brooklyn with you.
I'm not going, and you know why.
I guess the body was lost at sea.
Ma doesn't want to go to the funeral because Esther's husband.
Max Weinstock will be there. I will not stand.
Weekly lottery tickets.
Oh, girls, it's been such a glorious day. All afternoon I was in the mood for leather, and I finally found exactly what I wanted.
Oh, fine, Blanche. Just make sure his motorcycle doesn't block the driveway.
Can we save the chit-chat for later? If we hit the jackpot, I want to live long enough to spend it.
What jackpot?
You know how relieved I was to find out the roof was leaking.
Oh, hi, Rose. Hey, the ceiling in your room leaking too?
No, Dorothy, I just finished milking the cow I keep in my closet. Gee, with only 3 hours sleep, I can be as bitchy as you. Yes. How did you know that, Dorothy?
I'm clairvoyant, Rose.
You're so lucky. I get into a pool, I sink like a stone. But how did you know about Blanche?
Stuck here on Valentine's Day with the 3 of you. Oh, this is the worst day.
Needs help.
We can drive her to the hospital.
That's
No,
right.
but wait a minute. The hospital's 20 minutes from here. If the paramedics can't get through, what makes you think we can? We could get out there and get stuck. I think we ought to just wait for help.
Look, she could be dying.
But what can we do?
Pray. Wait and pray.
He's out. He owns the chain and wants me to be in a commercial.
Sophia, that's amazing.
I'll say it's rare you find anybody in a mini mall who even speaks English.
Okay, Ma. Where are you going to shoot this commercial?
Well, we discussed many exotic locations. It's incredible. You think you're dying. You feel death enter your body. A doctor comes. He says you're fine. You're ready to swim the English Channel.
I can't tell you how happy I am. I want you around for a long, long time.
They'll have to murder me. Though I must admit, I was a little excited about seeing...
Ma, face it, you cannot be trusted. Every time you get yourself into something like this, I have to end up covering for you. I am not going to end up taking care of this dog.
Did I ever mention that I almost died giving birth to you? The pain was so intense, they gave me a towel to bite on.
Oh, Rose, hi. Listen, I just picked up these pamphlets at a cosmetic surgeon, and I want you to help me decide which alterations I'll get.
Blanche, none of these women have any tops on.
Well, I know, honey. These are the after pictures of
Miles is my dancing partner at the ballroom.
Oh, yes, and tonight we were the king and queen of the rumba.
Olay.
Ma, did you have a good time?
Great. I even made a few bucks. How about a cup of tea, Martha?
A little. I made a pig of myself at the funeral.
It was nice. Everybody had a good time.
I'm going to miss her so much.
I know. But you said yourself the last few weeks were so hard on her. At least now she's resting peacefully.
I feel so...
Hindenburg disaster. Ma, look who's here.
Oh, so, Mary. When's the baby due?
Ma, you're talking to a 16-year-old girl.
A knocked-up 16-year-old girl.
Ma, how did you know?
Because you had the same look of panic on your face when you got pregnant. Kind of like a deer caught in the headlights of a car. I thought only pregnant teenagers had that expression until I saw Dan Quayle on TV.
Sure.
Yes, may I come in?
Oh, please, please, come right in. May I take your hat?
Thank you. You must be Dorothy. Rose has told me all about you.
I wish I could say the same.
Marion.
Penny, what makes you think he's going to ask you to marry?
You're not serious, Blanche.
Oh, sure I am. Breasts are back in fashion. And what God didn't give me, Dr. Myron Rosenzweig will. Oh, that man is the Picasso of plastic surgeons.
Well, just be sure he doesn't attach one of them to your forehead.
I'm not ready to go back to work yet.
Are you depressed about Glenn?
No, I'm depressed because Phyllis George left the morning news. Of course I'm depressed about Glenn. I mean, for 3 weeks he made me the happiest woman in the world.
Baby in Boca Raton. It's the only one.
And somebody told me he just bought a farm. Oh, my God, what'll I say to her?
That he died in the bed of an idiot.
You tell the truth.
Well, I can't tell her the truth. I can't tell her where he died. Her life, baking, sewing, gardening, tending the animals.
Ooh, my favorite things.
Okay, let's get the show on the road.
Rose, you sure you don't want to come and just watch?
Come on, Rose. You'll sit and watch my dentures eat corn on the cob. It's a lot of laughs.
No, I don't want to kill him.
Date me, called and canceled.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry. Was it anybody special?
Well, that's not the point. He might have taken me someplace where I'd meet someone who is.
Well, you know, it's amazing. Beneath that thin veneer of superficiality, somehow miraculously, there is another, even thinner veneer.
Okay, Queenie. I have to make salsa grandioso again. And this time, I'm going to teach you
Oh,
how.
Ma, not the sauce, Ma. No. I mean, that takes weeks. There are 152 ingredients. I just don't have the time.
Dorothy, for 1,400 years, the women in our family have been handing this recipe down from mother to daughter.
Look, as long as I'm here, I should tell you there's been some complaints from the neighbors about the noise at night.
Which neighbors?
Well, me.
Which noise?
Well, you.
Well, get earmuffs. I pay my taxes.
Ah, Rose.
Of course it's our business. We're friends, we're roommates. I have no secrets from you. My whole life is an open book.
Your whole life is an open blouse.
Snowball. You start out with one little harmless lie, and then you have to tell another one to cover up the first. And then another, and another. You know what I mean? And then before long, you've got an entire snowman built out of lies. Dorothy?
Take this seriously. I'm just going to do the history by myself.
Hey, keep away from that.
What are you... What's in the box?
Mexican jumping beans.
Ma.
Sorry, Hispanic jumping beans.
You don't want me to know?
I can't wear this. Do you have any idea the kind of teasing that goes on in a locker room?
Yes. Now, look, you have to discover the sensuality of baseball. There are just many, many, many similarities between baseball and making love. The mental preparation. Oh, I'm so happy things are going so well for her. Practically accepted into college. Now she's flying off to the Bahamas with a doctor.
Blanche, this trip to the Bahamas, it is not with the doctor.
What do you mean?
Girl's a slut.
Miami Vice.
Miami what?
Vice. Ed's with the police department.
Oh, I thought he was with the university. No, actually, before you left last night, I thought he was the doctor from the plane. Then Dorothy explained to me that he was the university interviewer.
Oh, no, that was Michael, the guy I flew to the...
It's been a real pleasure. Good night. Lucy, you're grounded for the rest of your stay here.
Aunt Blanche, wait! You're embarrassing me. Now, why don't you go get a good night's sleep and we'll talk about it when I get home tomorrow.
I don't think you heard what I said. You are not going anywhere.
Aunt Blanche, I'm 20 years old. I'm going wherever I please.
She cursed me.
I don't know. Maybe because you gave her the cold that eventually killed her. The point is, on her deathbed, she laid a curse on you. Beware the leap year's full moon.
That's it? That's the curse?
What'd you expect, poetry? The woman was on her deathbed. Give her a break.
And if you end up in a puddle tonight, well, you just better break into singing in the rain.
What? And for Dorothy and me to meet some men.
Me too, me too.
Dorothy?
Oh, my God! Somebody get help!
Oh, girls, thank God you're here. I'm sorry I scared you. The doctor just wants me to stay here overnight for observation.
Honey, don't...
Bye.
Oh, Blanche, I'm sorry.
Forget it. Girls, I have something very important to tell you.
What is it?
Look.
He proposed.
Oh, Blanche, that is the biggest diamond I've ever seen.
I know.
Oh, well, that complicates things.
Why? Don't you believe me?
It's not a question of whether or not I believe you. It's just that without substantial evidence, it's just your word against his, and a man's career is at stake.
Well, so is mine, not to mention my dignity.
I'm sorry. Look, I really am. I'd like to help you. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do.
But that's not fair.
By yourself.
Rose, all my life I've done everything I wanted to do. Nothing's ever stood in my way before. For the past 6 months, that's how I've been trying to deal with everything. I thought that I could overcome this thing by myself. I guess that deep down inside, I thought I could make it go away.
You two, goodbye. Oh, goodbye, sweetie.
Goodbye.
Come on now, come on now. Get out of here. You come back more times than Shirley MacLaine.
Thank you for flying in.
Baby girl! Looking at you takes my breath away. Hair as shiny as the dew on a field of sunflowers. Eyes that sparkle bluer than the Mississippi. And the prettiest smile on either side of the Mason-Dixon line.
Didn't I tell you my...
Yep. And at Christmas, I've been known to put away more than one eggnog. What's the matter?
I think I better keep looking.
Oh, I'll stop eating raw cookie dough.
No, honey, that's not it. It's just the two of us have nothing in common. We're just two different kinds of people. It wouldn't work out, believe me. You'd have a big, strong, strapping man like yourself. Oh, what cute earrings.
Blanche, did you really think that you could get us out of here by flirting with that guard?
Well, yes, of course, if he'd been a man.
Oh, sure, it's always a man. It's remarkable to watch him make a veal and pepper hero.
Ma, you are trying to muscle in on a guy named Johnny No Thumbs? Are you crazy? He's probably connected with the mob.
Relax. If they were his friends, he'd still have his thumbs.
He's a very sweet man. Although the first time he waved hello, Sophia missing.
And last night was the first time you slept with Stan.
Oh, now that's a lie.
Oh, I see. So it was not the first time.
Oh, Dorothy. Dorothy. Well, get out of my way, you old fool. Dorothy. Why won't you believe me? And better yet, why does it matter? You're not married.
People with money is how we got things done in New York. In Sicily, you cut off a horse's head and put it in somebody's bed.
Oh, Sophia, you're making that up.
Like hell. Our garbage commissioner, Fredo Lombardi, went on strike once. He woke up the next morning sharing a pillow with National Velvet.
Oh, my God, what happened?
Oh, don't worry, she'll be fine.
Of course you will, honey. That phony hair color won't come out just because you got caught in the rain.
Not that. We saw love story and terms of endearment. Blanche, do you have a minute? Dorothy and I have been up all night working on a song. We'd like your opinion.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I think we really might have hit on something.
Oh, I'm going to miss you very much.
Oh, I'm gonna miss you too, Mom.
Are you sure you won't let me drive you to the airport?
No, I'll be fine. Dorothy, Sophia, thank you for having me.
Don't thank me, thank my grandson.
I'm Jacques de Corville, manager of the Wrestling Palms and reigning out in Limbo King.
Oh, please, come in.
All right, I'm in, so talk to me, ladies. What's the problem here?
Well, to begin with, Mr. de Corville, in here it says that every room in the hotel has an ocean view. Now, where is ours?
Come here, get up. Here, over here.
Look, kid, you can just kiss my patootie. Now, this is our room and our John, and if you have to go, why, the jungle's that way. Come on, ladies. That letter to Rose.
You what?
I wrote that letter myself. I made up a name and I answered Rose's ad.
Blanche, how could you? She thinks someone took an interest in her.
Well, someone did, me.
But what if she expects another letter from this guy? What if she decides...
Now, you don't have to be embarrassed about opening up to me. Whatever's bothering you, I know I can help you.
Okay. In the past week, I've lost my job, my wife, my girlfriend, my house, my car, and all my money. And then just today, I've seriously gotten into playing with matches.
I'm afraid you're going to get herpes listening to this story. At what point in the evening did you finally meet George?
Well, I didn't meet George that Christmas Eve. That was the next Christmas Eve, but that was a boring story. I said I was going to tell you an exciting story.
Ladies, look, I hate to see people just rank.
What is it you wanted to see me about?
Not now, Dorothy. Finish your thought, Blanche.
Into the kitchen, Stanley.
Well, I'll just send one of them home. Only which one? You know, Sophia, I used to have this recurring dream about twins. They always killed each other over me. Maybe I'll drive.
At 8 o'clock.
See you later, Boff. I'm Biff. Patrick.
Blanche, come on. Well, hi, Mr. Vaughn.
Oh, please, call me Patrick.
Much too subtle for this evening. Dorothy, put on something flashy, something colorful.
Oh, that's really not me, Blanche.
I know, honey, but take a chance, be a woman.
It's an awful lot to ask, Blanche, but I'll try.
Good. Come on. All right, Rose, come on, let's go see about Flügen.
I can't even reach mine.
Sophia, have you all had a chance to catch up on old times?
Yeah, Angela filled me in on how all my friends and family back home are doing.
How is everybody, Angela?
Dead. Angela and I are the only two left of the original family.
That's terrible, Angela. Does that mean you're all alone back in Sicily?
No, I have a goat. Actually, I lead a very full life. I get up in the morning, I milk the goat, go to a funeral, come back, feed the goat.
Hi, Rose. Rose, do you know offhand if 911 is the right number?
Well, I've decided I've been acting foolish about this whole thing. I guess I still look pretty good.
Pretty good. You look terrific.
I know. I also decided to try and be a bit more modest, but in this case, that's like lying, which is worse. So you're right, I do look terrific.
Oh, well, thank goodness that's over with.
Gonna hate myself for asking, but whatever happened to Lars's missing leg?
Oh, they found it at the annual Edelweiss in Jarlsberg Choral Festival. Uncle Bennett used it to beat off the wolves when he was setting up the bleachers.
Just as I...
Now, when I took the stand, a hush fell over that courtroom. I told the judge exactly what I'd seen. And after my testimony, that horse thief's fate was sealed. Justice won the day.
Blanche, what the hell does that have to do with what's going on now?
Well, like any good story, mine was deliberately ambiguous.
I can't even make you put an R in February. But I would like to talk about it.
That judge would only send me back.
He might not. I mean, some people come here and they stay. You're looking at one. Arnold Schwarzenegger. He became an American citizen, started a whole new career, married a Kennedy.
Far and wide, and never lose heart, for I know one day my prince will come.
Now, what was that supposed to mean?
I wasn't paying close attention, but from what I could make of it, she's gonna sleep with that little black guy Prince. Have problems. Marital problems.
Excuse me, honey. Hello. Yeah. Hello, Mr. Schechter. Oh, that is good news. Great news. Yeah, I'm very happy for you. Congratulations. Goodbye, Mr. Schechter. Mr. Schechter peed.
We don't want to lose him.
Bye-bye.
I better get to the office.
We're not done yet.
Couldn't it wait?
Well, no, it cannot wait. George, the kids are gone. You're never here. I have nothing to do anymore.
What do your friends do?
Shop, have lunch, some play golf, some have affairs.
Which ones are having affairs?
Oh, I don't know.
Come on. Then Renee calls up and says she's got herself an agent.
Oh, nice.
Not nice, Oliver. She's been in New York 6 days. Now she's got an agent who says she's perfect for commercials. And who knows what the hell she's going to do.
Wouldn't it be funny?
They sit like that all day, every day. He's even started referring to my husband as that dumb Bajagaloop.
How'd you know that she was my mother?
Just a guess. From the way you were watching. And after what happened yesterday, I thought you might show up.
He told you about the...
Did she bring the kids?
Hi, Pop. No, the kids are at home.
Hey, what the hell is this? I thought dinner was in the oven. There's nothing in here but a tin plate.
Take the foil off the top. It's something new. It's called a TV dinner.
The waxed fruit looks better.
Ma, I need to ask you if...
Blanche, you're not going to believe this. I just twisted my ankle. I'm not going to be able to dance.
No, you have to.
I can't believe you forced me to dance all night in pain. I mean, if you win, you said you were going to take all the money. What do I get out of this evening? Let's samba.
Oh, that's great. I'll go tell him the good news. Oh, listen, I won't be able to get off work tomorrow. Can somebody else give baby his lunch?
Don't look at me. I'm not going to do it.
Why not?
Because what you two are doing is making me sick. Degrading yourself by living with a filthy animal. And for what? Money. It's humiliating. I don't want any part. Well, that's that. Anything else you need me to straighten out for you?
No, Ma. So tell me, how was the wedding?
Beautiful. Until the bride lifted her veil. I shudder to think what was under that dress.
You have a very beautiful country, and I have enjoyed my stay here. When it comes down to it, your lives aren't really that different than ours, except for your toilet paper. No wonder you people always look so grouchy.
Cadet never lies.
Ladies and gentlemen, several weeks ago I brought a letter to the attention of our premier.
He was so moved by its childlike simplicity, he requested to meet with the little girl who wrote it.
The reason why I would lie to you?
You're embarrassed because you seduced him. You're scared and you're guilty because you ruined his campaign.
3 good reasons.
Oh, shut up, Rose.
Hello. Yes, this is Blanche.
Some schoolgirl attempt to get my goat. You're wasting your breath.
I'm simply questioning how any man could possibly choose you over me.
It's not working, Blanche.
I suppose there could be some exceptions. Convicts who haven't seen a woman in 25 years.
It's still not working. Blanche said he was.
Ted who?
Never mind. How did I let myself get involved? I mean, how could I allow a man to come between me and my best friend? Blanche is never going to forgive me.
I forgive you.
Hey, where did you come from?
Oh, I was hiding behind the drapes.
What is this, Hamlet?
Every bit as lovely as the picture Charlie used to carry. See you tomorrow.
What a sweet man.
Absolutely charming. And he obviously idolized your Charlie.
And more importantly, he wasn't wearing a wedding ring.
Oh, Blanche, don't be silly.
Well, I only decided I'm going to give him a taste of his own medicine.
Do I look like Maury Heseltine?
A little around the eyebrows. But that's not the point. I've got to make sure I have the perfect gag before I spring it on him. Oh, I'm sorry, pussycat. No hard feelings?
Oh, okay, Ma. No hard feelings.
Somehow he manages to suppress the urge to throw me on the floor and ravish me.
Please, if he throws you on the floor, you'll both end up at the apartment below.
Drink up, Blanche.
That must be him now. I just have to grip my jacket. We're driving into the museum together.
Don't you just sit right over here and read your magazine, okay?
Oh, okay. Don't try to outsmart me, Dorothy. I got the mind of a fox and the butt muscles of Baryshnikov.
How's it going?
Dorothy, I've just had the most delightful conversation with Rose and Madge.
That's Blanche.
Oh, of course. However, I just remembered a previous engagement. I really have to go.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, at least let me walk you to your car.
Like that, more power to you.
Hello there, Barbara.
Hi, Dorothy, Rose. I certainly hope tonight will help us forget what happened the other night.
I already forgot what happened the other night. But then again, I'm 82 years old. This morning I forgot my cat's been dead for 20 years. Ground. They used real lightning.
Oh, come on, Ma, you're making this up.
Like hell I did. Goodson Totman brought it to the United States, changed a few of the rules, and called it Tattletales. Now count your blessings and go to sleep. Good night. I'm a mother. I know these things.
Good night, Ma.
Good night.
What's that smell?
John was...
Oh, it's not that. I forgot to say my prayers.
Oh, Rose, God wouldn't mind if you skipped a night. He's very busy these days. Most of his free time is spent talking to Pat Robertson.
Hello, God, it's me.
Maybe just this once. We'd like...
We thought we'd like to go out for French food. How does that sound to you?
They eat snails. Why pay good money for something you can scrape off your shoes?
Well, of course, if you'd rather not come, we understand.
Oh, don't worry about that. I'll find something on the menu. I just enjoy being out with you guys. Come on.
Trust me, Raymond, there is no way Ma is going with us to the Bahamas. I promise. I promise I'll tell her.
I hope you will.
You've been so understanding about Ma. I appreciate it.
It's okay. I respect your being so considerate of your mother.
Thank you.
Have you ever considered having her put a...
What's her hurry? Didn't you see that enormous thing in her bedroom?
I thought she'd stopped seeing Roger.
How do I look? Not bad.
You got another date with Captain Marvelous? Mr. Terrific. I can see you didn't read many comic books when...
Okay, boys and girls, it's time to learn about our special word. Kolak, tell us what today's special word is.
Spratnik.
The word for today is hot. Hot has a lot of meaning.
Look, Mr. Hastings, when I made those recommendations, I never intended for you to fire Mr. Terrific. I mean, I was merely
Dorothy, the guy is
suggesting that-
history. His day is over. People don't want that kind of show anymore.
But the public loves
Yeah,
him.
that's his story. The numbers say different.
I found him.
Great. You got 2 minutes till airtime.
I'm not going on.
Oh, why don't you tell the boys and girls how you gave Mr. Terrific the axe?
A cartoon, that's right. Here we go.
You're clear.
Oh, that's it, I'm finished.
Dorothy, calm down. Things are going very well.
Very well, they were trying to kill me out there. They want Mr. Terrific back, and so do I.
Oh, really? Well, back in St. Olaf, nobody could tell us apart.
You can imagine all the fun we have playing tricks on our teachers in school.
Which of you brothers has custody of the brain?
So, what? I think he was French or something. He was always sneering and he wore a beret.
We were never allowed to wear berets when I was in high school. It was against the St. Olaf dress code. They did let me wear a paper cap a lot. It was long and pointy.
The Lord.
Mom, what is going on here?
Afterglow.
You can do that when you're just good friends?
Hey, I want to get in good with St. Peter. I don't want his job.
You know, me and Esther and you and Salvador, we were all good together.
The best.
Oh, I'm fine. I was just thinking about what I'd planned to do with my share of the winnings. I wanted to get each one of you something special for being so kind and allowing a lonely old woman to live with you.
Oh, Sophia. Maybe if we went to a movie, it'd make us feel better.
Can we afford it?
Oh, come on. Now, this is...
Oh, I should have known that you weren't a saint. It's too much to expect a miracle this late in the game.
What happened?
Oh, bedtime, Rose.
Does that mean we can't talk anymore?
No, they just like you to stay in your own bed.
Oh, darn.
Huh.
I didn't get to breakfast.
I couldn't sleep. I was afraid I'd have that dream again. What are you two doing up?
Well, I'm waiting up for Clayton. I want to make sure he had a good time tonight. My brother and I are very close.
Oh, that's sweet, Blanche.
Evening, ladies.
Well, Clayton, Holly.
Dorothy, all that stuff I said about preparing for a burial, forget it.
Oh, Ma, you finally came to your senses.
Yes.
Here. Here you go.
Dorothy, should I get Sophia a glass of water?
No, Rose, you should sit here and watch her hack herself to death.
Are you sure?
Get the water!
I am going to call the doctor.
I can't breathe.
Excuse me, Mrs. Zabornak.
Oh, my mother?
She's going to be fine. You can go.
You might be dying. You were the one who was sensitive and vulnerable.
Blanche is right. At the counseling center, I see cases like this all the time. When people lose loved ones, they sometimes do things they'd never normally do. Take Mrs. Pulaski. When her mother died, she divorced her husband, lost 30 pounds, died.
So you would take you out on holidays?
That wasn't my dream.
Oh, yeah, right. That was my life.
Ma, please, for the 100th time, Shady Pines was a beautiful retirement village.
Sure, sure. And Attica's known for its top-notch tennis facilities.
He took me to the restaurant where he had met his ex-wife, Roberta.
Well, I would think going to that restaurant would just remind him of her.
It did, especially since she owns it, runs it, and calls the place Roberta's. As she was seating us, he begged her to come back to him. And after he had wept over his crab cakes, I'm hungry.
That is the truth. He was visiting his aunt at the center. He said he liked my spunk.
I guess it's not easy for anybody to accept being dateless on Valentine's Day.
Well, what's so special about this day anyway?
Honey, it's the most romantic day of the year. George proposed to me on Valentine's Day.
We know you're working with you.
Me too, and you know why? Because we're not just partners, we're friends. We're good friends.
I feel like I could say anything to you.
Well, of course you can, Sugar Plum.
Even criticize your artwork.
Well, of course. The whole point of collaborating is to get beyond our egos and come up with something we both like. What do you think?
Well, this could use a few minor changes.
I know. It's better with your brother. Well, it can't get any worse. Alfonso, you're on.
Well, it looks like I'm in the show after all.
Left office with the highest popularity rating since FDR. He was more popular than Tammy Bacon or Maybelline convention.
I can't believe it. How on earth did he get here?
You know how Alfonso kept talking about his old vaudeville partner? It turns out it was Bob Hope. Isn't that a kick? Besides, I believe there's no return clause on fighters. Unless you're Robin Givens.
Ma, this isn't making any sense.
It's all legit. I checked it out.
Well, look, if you don't mind, we're going to make a few phone calls of our own in the morning to try to find out what this is all about. I mean, the whole thing is ridiculous.
Fine.
It's been so long. Boy, you look... It's been so long.
I know, and you look exactly the way you did at our high school graduation. Of course, rumors were that you were 3 months pregnant.
What? We can't learn from history? It was mid-century in a disillusioned Italy. Look to the House of Savoy for leadership. Giuseppe Garibaldi, our courageous leader, and not a bad dresser, thought, let's regain some national pride and jump into this Crimean War thing. And sex.
Obviously, you fell off the wagon.
And onto a naval base.
It was just after I'd lost George, and it just seemed an appropriate thing to do.
Of course it did. And your husband had just died.
So what?
We're canceled.
So what are you up to tonight, Holly?
Oh, nothing, just a quiet evening at home.
It's a little surprise. We're not visiting Lillian as much as we're breaking her out.
What? We can't do that. I mean, that's wrong. What if we get caught?
Lillian is a great friend. Will you do it, please?
Well, okay.
Good. I'll keep the staff busy. You get Lillian. She was a frogman and swam right into the bulkhead. They put a metal plate in her head. Now she gets HBO through her eyeballs. Don't look at me like that. If Tyson has another fight, you may want to set her up in the rec hall.
This is all hard to believe.
If it's not true, Mullining, it sure is, sweetheart. How about some pancakes?
Again? We had pancakes yesterday.
Lillian, you weren't here yesterday.
Here you are, honey, a nice cup of tea.
Lillian, Sophia tells me that you were in the Ziegfeld Follies.
Oh, yes. Those were the days.
You must have...
Thanks. Let's roll.
You don't have to decide tonight. You should take all the time you need.
The point is, If you turn a nice buck on this place today, you can buy a bigger and better place tomorrow.
But I'm not sure I want to go right out and buy a new house. Maybe I want to take some time to travel first. I have relatives scattered all over this country.
Stanley, if you're doing what I think you're doing, you're in big trouble.
I was just remembering the first time you ever kicked me out of bed and I had to sleep on the floor.
Emil Zundt's hidden honeymoon hideaway in the Poconos.
Gotcha.
Dorothy, how did this start? Cole Porter?
Gershwin.
Thank God I came in time.
We've certainly had some good times, haven't we, girls?
Yes, we have. And we'd like to have more. So would you please leave?
The town started digging like crazy, kneeling by the grave, using their hands even, dirt flying and Beatrice screaming. And when they opened that coffin, there he was, dead as a doornail.
People from Minnesota are honest. They don't lie. What could you possibly find to lie about on a farm? Must be some state. Lots of lakes and nice pale people. I'd drown myself. Damned it. I ought to write that in my book, that lie. What you think, Rose? What page are you on?
Well, to tell you the truth, Blanche, I don't understand any of this. It doesn't seem to make any sense.
Doesn't make sense? Since when are you a literary critic, Rose Nyland?
Well, I'm not.
You're from Minnesota. What have you read, for God's sake?
Two. Anyway, when Harry really got lazy, Dad had to bring in Mr. Hoffenheisen to spread the seed. He did it in the most unusual way. He'd put on this really long rubber glove. Excuse me?
Can I help you?
Rose Nyland to see Terry Franco.
Oh, hi, Mrs. Nyland. I'm Terry.
Hi. It was so nice of Mr. Moss to see me on such short notice.
I'm sorry. Maybe you misunderstood me on the phone.
What happened?
Oh, it was an old wives' tale. I didn't become loose for another year and a half.
Oh, I remember when I started shaving. I was 13, and I wanted to shave because I was going to a movie with Alan Steckler. You remember him, Ma?
Small head and...
I'm sorry.
I'm not going back out there. He'll never miss me.
Well, of course he'll miss you, Rose. You're the one he came to see.
But he can talk to you. Why should he care about what I'd have to say? I'm just not smart enough to keep up.
Oh, now, Rose, that is not true.
It is, and you know it. I've never felt...
For a couple of hours. If I had asked, would you have said yes?
No.
There you go.
That is why Blanche ran out of gas. You'd been driving her car, hadn't you?
You know how embarrassing it is to drive a car with a bumper sticker that says, so many men, so little time? For dinner.
Dorothy, tell me something else that's on your list. An entertainer.
Entertaining people, getting my master's, and I wanted to sleep with Michael Del Vecchio.
Wait a minute, Michael Del Vecchio? Is he tall with black hair?
Pussycat, I've been working on some jokes for your act. Why did Rose throw the alarm clock out of the window?
I don't know, Ma. Why?
Because she's a moron.
Just plain little practical joke.
What kind of a person plays a joke like that? If you want to play a joke, you ring somebody's doorbell and run away. Well, you shorten the leg on somebody's walker so it wobbles. Or you arrange for somebody to go on a long car trip with Rose.
Surely they must have realized how impossible it is to get a hotel room during the Christmas season.
I guess that's one for the theologians, Rose.
I can never get used to serving turkey for Christmas dinner. It's so
I'm Dorothy Zbornak.
I'm Melanie Griffith.
Hi, Dorothy. Hi, Melanie.
You're special.
You're nuts.
Act log when you're wearing an evening gown. And the shocker is, I lost out on the intelligence quiz.
Quelle surprise.
Don't I know it? They asked me to name the 7 dwarfs, and I did.
Ma, really?
I was pregnant with your brother Phil. And just because I put on 40 pounds and was crying all the time, your father got the wandering eye.
Did you ever find out who it was?
I never actually met her, but I heard she was a short, scrawny, bird-like thing who never shut up.
But more important than that, what about David? What happened with you?
Well, I talked to him, and he's really a very nice young man. I think I was taking my anger at George out on David.
You're gonna have to find a way to forgive George.
I will forgive him. It'll just take a little time.
Little cheesecake.
You know that in school, I actually joined the math club so I could meet guys. Really?
Oh, I can beat that. I joined the 4-H club to be hip. Oh.
The Aldo Ray fan club.
Thank you, Blanche. Now, don't forget, I'm going to see you later at the book signing. Mm-hmm. Maybe I can get a copy of your book there. Well, it just so happens. Oh, is this it? Vixen, Story of a Woman. Ooh, catchy title. Would you like me to sign it? Oh, sure.
Leaving tomorrow.
Dorothy, move the coffee table. I want to do a cartwheel.
I must return to Czechoslovakia immediately because of something very valuable I learned here.
You finally understood what I was saying in the bookstore.
No. It was story Rose told.
If you change your mind.
If you change yours. There's no reason why my mother shouldn't have the cookies.
You know, I don't know what happened. We got in the car, we were going to my place. Well, she wanted to go to my place. And then she didn't want to go to my place, and the next thing I know, we were headed for the airport.
Oh, that is low. Not only do you take advantage of her, but you take her to the one area in town that has the cheapest motel rates.
Leaf story.
Please, Rose, if this is a story about a man named Leaf, I don't want to hear it.
It's not that long.
No.
It has a surprise ending.
All right, Rose, just the ending, but keep it short.
Splat.
If you need to know anything else about me, I have pictures.
So do we. Now, our records show that you come from a town called St. Olaf. You want to tell me about it? Mrs. Dylan, are you all right?
It's just that nobody's ever at.
I can't believe it. I spent one lousy night with Mussolini, and I do mean lousy. And I'm marked for life.
No, that's not it. Our records list you as both Sophia Petrillo and Sophia Weinstock. What's the deal? Are you trying to hide something? Is there a Mr. Weinstock?
Okay.
Oh, Ma, how can I?
Why, Dorothy, what's wrong?
What's wrong? I'll tell you what's wrong. I single-handedly ruined a man's life today.
Which hand?
This hand. What difference does it make what hand? I ruined him, that's all. I was in over my head. I played with fire and I lost. That my mother might have given you the wrong idea about what kind of man my brother Phil was.
Not to worry. The good Lord has given me a sixth sense, so to speak. I can tell a lot about a person just by looking at them.
He was special.
I'm sure.
Well, isn't it obvious? Veiled, shapely creatures, unknown to the family, coming to say one last secret goodbye to their special friend.
You mean?
That's right, sluts. I can't believe they came all the way from Newark. What?
You know them?
Miles, your poetry book.
Keep it. And when you read page 73, think of me.
to the heart of man.
Point, pal.
Look, Ma, I know that you're excited about this job,
It's
but...
more than a job, Dorothy. That's it, Dorothy. When I see them, I see me. Don't you understand?
Of course I understand, Ma, and I know that your heart's in the right place. You do this to yourself. You take everyone for granted.
Thank you, Dorothy. Well, so far, nothing seems out of place.
Look at this exercycle.
God, I'm hot tonight. I'm not gonna stand for this. Take it, Dorothy.
But I bet you'll lay down for it.
Well, that was...
Dorothy, here's something that'll get your mind off Stan. According to my calculations, allowing for overhead tonight brought in a grand total of $50. No, $500. No, $5,000. $50,000.
Uh-oh. I don't think Seraphina's a worthy opponent for me anymore.
Why not, Sophia?
I'm afraid she's losing it. I just got her next chess move. She bid 4 spades.
Well, the reviews are finally in.
The three of us have been called in to read for Network. And we wowed them. Oh, what a happy day. What a happy day that was.
Oh, wasn't it? The fun of it was...
It's a little precious.
Today was Giles Forsyth's birthday, and he intended, as always, to celebrate by having dinner here with his son Philip, a well-known collector of pre-Columbian artifacts, his spinster daughter.
I'm just tired of getting all dressed up, looking gorgeous, going out, only to lose out in the end. On the other hand, I am dressed up, and I do look gorgeous, and it is Gringo night at Hernando's Hacienda.
Oh, but she has to see what a real date is like.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Petrillo. She's just not my type.
I see. How about Mr. Hamilton? Is he your type?
What time should I pick her up?
7:30, and buy her something pretty.
Okay, but if you want me to kiss her goodnight, it's going to cost you extra.
Number 1, lose 200 pounds.
Done it.
Number 2, never be burdened to children in old age.
Moving on.
3, make amends with Guido Spirelli.
Lauderdale. By the way, your Bonneville shakes when you go over 65.
Ma, you were driving? What is wrong with you? What, do you have some sort of a death wish?
No, I have a life wish. I've seen the white light. Now that I know there's a place for me on the other side, I'm not gonna live in fear anymore. Pussycat, what's that?
You ended that sentence with a preposition just to bait me.
What would I do that for? Look, I know how to settle this. Let me tell you a story of the steamy South, a tale of deception and tragedy.
Just a second, Uncle.
I'd like to propose a toast to Sophia, whose generosity and kindness of spirit have given us a gift beyond measure.
I too have a toast. I predict nothing but disaster and tragedy for everyone connected. Wonderful.
Dorothy, you're 60 years old and breaking up fake rock and roll bands. I want you to think about that.
Ma, will you stop it? Thanks to me, Don can now perform his own songs. Do you know what that makes me?
Yoko's Bornak?
Rolly is the moderator and the function, if
Shut
not
up.
to...
Sorry. Continuing with English history, fifth wife of Henry VIII.
Who was Catherine Howard?
Correct.
I knew that. I knew the first one, I admit, was a bit of a fluke, but that one I knew.
Okay. Switching
Way of combating that.
Well, we'll find out.
What do you mean?
I've never really done this before. And so you're saying that you never really complained about the bugs to the Zbornaks. Is that right?
Yes. You're very bright.
Listen,
How could you have done this?
Blanche, I'm a thief. Well, actually, I was a thief. As I was driving away this evening in your car, oh, for shame, I suddenly thought, what am I doing? For a few paltry jewels, I'm throwing away the greatest jewel of all. Oh, come on, what's on the list?
Hey, Cindy, why don't I buy you a drink? Or even better, let's both get naked. Why, that is a great idea. And I would say yes in a minute, but I thought you had a girlfriend. Oh, we have an understanding on it. I don't tell her I'm fooling around and shit.
How's he doing?
He married Mr. Adkins, the gym teacher.
Do I know you?
Oh, you probably don't remember. Randy Becker, American Lit?
Of course, oh my God, what are you doing here?
That's my booth over there, Borealis.
Randy, Miss...
For you, you let me know, huh?
Well, you know, actually, I do have an idea for a new video game.
Really?
Yeah. See, there's this very old white-haired mother who keeps talking and talking and talking, and there are all these different ways to kill her.
Sounds kind of weird.
No, I've thought it all out. And then when you arrive at level 4, then you get to just nuke her. I mean, just nuke the hell out of her.
Nuts. Mother. Oh, I'm sorry. I came to religion late. I'd say. But it's never too late. And it is my fervent hope that the three of us, you and I and dear little Sarah, may walk the path of righteousness together. Is she right?
Fine. Of course.
But we're here!
Oh, now calm down, calm down. Everybody calm down. So, Blanche, how did you die?
I was 92 years old, and I just met this... Oh, darling.
Oh, listen, Lucas is waiting. Your angels. All of them.